Hello, this is Jacqueline with Creative Paper Crafting with Jackie, and today we are going to make us a trifold card. So I'm going to show you what I do. The first thing I do is I just take a regular piece of paper and I cut it 9 inches long and 7 inches. And in this way, it can become a like a slimline card and fit in a business envelope and take regular postage. So that's the first thing I do. Then I take my paper and I decide, I want to have a slant. And so I position this because, see, this line here is where it's going to cut. So I position it that it will cut a slant and just go straight across. And there we go. So then we have our card. This is going to be our card base, and you could do this in any color that you want for your card base. So then I take my scoreboard and make sure you have it on inches, which I do. Actually, I'll do it up this way. So I take this, and I take my bone folder, and see, this is my 3 inches. So I just go down, score it at 3, then I flip it over, and I score this at 3. There we go. And what I'm wanting is it to look like that. So it opens up this way. So you just take your bone folder and make sure, see, that it is creased. That helps it from tearing. So this is what we want. Okay. So then what I did is I took strips of paper that are 7 inches long, and they are 2 3/4. 2 3/4. And we are going to use these 3 images that I colored up. Okay, so we're going to use these 3 images. So the first one I want is the stars. And these little cards, they come out, they're really cute. So if you do this 2 3/4, it gives you just a little bit of a long, distance so that your card base can become your mat. So just take this like this. All right. And then we take this and we position it like so, because we want that to be slanted. So there we go. So now it has a nice slant. Okay, so we're going to do this 2 more times. So this is going to be on the outside. So then on the inside is going to be our paper here, which is a fatigue camouflage. So I just do the same thing. And there might be a way to do it with measurements. This is just how I do it. Everybody's different. So we're going to position this again and just cut it. So we have our nice slant. And then our last paper is going to be this. And so you could do this with any images that you color or stamp. They don't have to be images you color. I've seen this done with butterflies, with balloons, as a birthday card, just all different ways. It's just kind of a fun thing to do if you want a card that is just slightly different. All right, now what I'm going to do is put this back in, and I'm just going to take, and this is a word, a smidgen off the bottom. So very small, just a very small amount, a smidgen. Oop, see, smidgen. with each one because I want I want my card base to show just a little bit. And we'll do this one. Now you don't have to do it on a slant. You could fold it without it being slanted. I've also seen it where people have die cut and put like die cut a design into it. You could do that. All right. So let's see. Let's see. So this is going to be my first one, my second, just making sure they fit, and my third. That's why I take a little bit off the bottom. Okay, now for this I do use glue. Some people, they like to use tape. I do use glue. So we'll go ahead and assemble. And this is just Barely Art glue. I really like it. I like to use glue because it's repositionable. Gives you a couple of minutes to work with it so that you can see if you have it where you want. Okay. Now this pattern paper all went together. It is called Boy Stack. And so it does go together, but you can use any kind of paper you want. Sometimes I do the whole panel with one piece of paper, one pattern. Depends what I'm creating. But for this one, I wanted 3 different patterns. All right, there we go. So this gives us, see, a fun trifold card. So I'm going to take my 3 images, and I colored these with my Copics. Now I'm making this a flat card so that it's easily popped into the mail. But you could pop up your images. You don't have to make them flat. You can do whatever you want. All right. There we go. She's in her fatigues. And then we have her as a superhero. There we go. Isn't that cute? Now, the next thing is I typed up on my computer my sentiments. I'll bring the card back in a moment. I'm going to show you what I did. I typed them up with what I wanted them to say, and I'm going to take a stencil because they're a little bit plain. Now I don't want the stars all the way down, but I want some stars on them. So you just kind of find the stars you want like that. So I just take an ink pad and go over it just a little bit. This doesn't take a lot. See, and then when you lift it, you have some stars. It's just nice if you're going to make your own sentiments. Sometimes you don't want them to be just plain. You want a little bit of pizzazz or emphasis. So this is a good way to do it. It's just to take a stencil, and you don't have to use your whole stencil. You take the part of your stencil you want, and you use it. I think we get into thinking we have to use the entire panel, and we don't. So see, that just gives us a little bit of oomph. And bring that over. I'm kind of a messy crafter, so I have to be a little careful. There we go. And you lift it off. Now I could put stars on the other end too if I wanted. I just thought it was kind of nice having it sort of just on the end. You could use a different color. You could use blue, any color you want. All right, so there is our sentiments. And I often type them up on my computer, and then I print them out. All right, so I'm going to put women are proud. See, women are proud. Just glue that on. So this is telling a story. When we get done, this is a little story. So women are proud. Women are, let's see, strong. Because women are strong, right? Women are strong. They're brave. I served in active duty Army Guards myself. They're fearless and they're superheroes. So if you had a friend, a sister, a daughter, a mother that's a nurse, a teacher, you might make, instead of putting a military girl, you might put a different character there. Just as an idea to tell a story. There we go. Superhero. Superheroes. So women are proud, strong, brave, fearless, superheroes. And you just make sure that it's staying down. So when you open it up, there we go. And I just colored these with Copics. I put a little bit of sparkle. You could actually put a little bit of sparkle on the dog tags too. So I have it on the belt and the star. And you could do it on the dog tags. So this is a simple way to make a card that just sort of pops, stands out. Just looks really, I think, adorable. So there we go. Women are proud, strong, brave, fearless, superheroes. Thank you for joining me.